Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Valley View Cougars football. Etrhan Carey joining us right now. And Etrhan, you guys found a way to turn your season around. And, boy, tough competition early in the season. Week 1, just missed out. Delaware Valley good, and Scranton playing pretty well early. And then you guys started to put it together. Pittston, Abington Heights, a tough one against Scranton Prep. And then West Scranton, North Pocono, Western Wayne, Honesdale, you name it. You guys are rolling, and a challenging one against the Coughlin Crusaders. Take us through this year.
We started out this season a little slow. We started off 0-3, but like you said, we played a tough first couple 3 games. Lakeland's a very good team this year. Delaware Valley is very good, and Scranton has some good athletes on their team. After we lost those 3 games, a lot of teams could have been saying, time to pack it in. But us as a senior class kind of came together and said, we gotta get things rolling. And we got a little more motivated. Our attitudes changed a little bit, and we just wanted to win. So we put together a string of a couple nice wins, key victories up at the pit at Abington. That was a tough game. West Scranton was a tough game, and even the loss we had to Prep was a tough game. But Prep is a very good team. We played our hearts out these past 7 games. All we wanted to do was make it to the playoffs and compete for that district championship.
Etrhan, you talk overall about your squad this year. One of the things in matching up against teams is that offense and defensive front. Let's talk about how you guys feel you are there. Is there a lot of quickness there for Valley View?
I feel we have one of the best defensive lines in the entire district, to be honest. Guys like Antonzoni, he may not be the biggest guy up there, but he's very fast off the ball. He's able to, get around centers, blow them off the ball. And then you have guys like Brian Hudak and Matt Pittman who are our tackles. They're big guys in there. They plug up holes. They move guys off the ball. And our ends have come around this year too. Brian Durkin and Kyle Slinsky are both underclassmen. They've really come around and played soft for us at the end position. So pretty much I feel like all year our line has been able to pretty much match up with anybody we've played so far.
We're talking Valley View Cougars football. Etrhan Carey is joining us right now. And Etrhan, you talk about your role this year. Take us through the things that you feel like you're doing for your team, and as you get through these playoffs, some things you continue to like to do for the Cougars.
Well, I play free safety on our defense, and my job has been primarily to set the defense up secondary-wise, so I get our defense in the correct coverage. And other than that, I've been there to, when opposing offenses, break one, I'm there to make the tackle. So, I've been doing that. I feel like I've been doing that pretty well throughout the entire season, and I hope to continue to do that throughout the playoffs because, every now and then you get a breakdown up there, and I gotta be there to clean everything up. So.
One thing that Tyler Musgrave mentioned in talking to him, he said, Etrhan Carey's pretty darn fast. He said, I'm fast as well. He goes, a couple of sprinters in the district, but you throw in Matt Craig. Matt's not too shabby as well, and he's got some wheels to him. Oh, yeah,
he's fast. I remember him and Tyler were part of the North Pocono's relay they had, the 4x1 relay they had. They have some speed, especially a guy like Tyler. He's a big guy, and maybe you don't expect him to be as fast, but he gets the ball in space. He can run away from a lot of people. So, you gotta take that into account when game planning against them. And Matt Craig, he's fast too. I think he placed this year in the 100-meter dash down in district. So he's got some wheels too, and that's something you really got to take into account when you're preparing for teams.
Etrhan, let's talk about the film breakdown of North Pocono. I'm sure you guys you watched the last game that you played against them. You probably watched what they did against Crestwood, and talk about watching them on film and learning new things between playing them. About a couple of weeks ago.
Well, when we first played them, they tried pounding the ball at us. They tried running the ball primarily, and every now and then they tried sneaking a pass in there. But it seems that more recently they've seemed to open up to the pass game a little more, try to get the ball to Matt Craig in space more and stuff like that. So, it's a little bit different preparing this time, but you just gotta do your best to try to prepare those type of things. I feel like our secondary is solid enough to be able to account for those changes, and we just gotta go out there and play.
Beating a team for a second time on their home turf. Going to be an incredible atmosphere tonight at North Pocono. There's no doubt that there's going to be a buzz in the air. It's going to be great to be a player out there on the field.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. You know, we went up there once. We got a tough win up there. You know, and we'd love to do it again. But you know, it seems that that feel around the area, around the Valley View School District, is kind of starting to come back. You know, a few years out of the district playoffs. You know, maybe people were, well, I don't know, maybe not starting to lose interest. But you know, the feel wasn't there. You know, the Cougar pride maybe. But, you know, I feel like it's back. You know, we've had great support. Our last game up there, we had a huge turnout up in North Pocono. So I hope that happens again, and I think the atmosphere is going to be fantastic.
Packing them in, a little Friday night football in the fall. It's going to feel really darn good, that's for sure. Ethan, we wish you the best, of course, in your future endeavors, and thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you.
Etrhan Carey for the Valley View Cougars football team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.